So if you want to capitalize off of all the buzz that Caitlin Clark is bringing to the WNBA, I say that she needs a really good rival. And look, I know Angel Reese has been the rival, but everybody knows now that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark aren't on the same level. Angel Reese just cannot keep up.
Hey, nieces and nephews, Uncle Jay here from JEOnline.store. Like to welcome you to Barbershop Talk, where we talk about the topics that others won't. Hey, nieces and nephews, Uncle Jay here, Jay from JEOnline.store. Welcome to the Barbershop Talk, where we talk about the topics where others won't. Today, we got a hot topic. JuJu Watkins and the USC Trojans, they just beat UConn. It was a great game. Paige Bueckers, she had an okay game. She was inefficient, but she gave her team a chance to win the game, and it came down to the final shot.
Sarah Strong, perfect tonight. She's got to be perfect here. 1 for 1. Would you miss intentional? 5 seconds. This one. No good. Long rebound. Bueckers got it. Out to Strong. 3 seconds to heave. No! USC with a massive win.
Now, JuJu is said to be the Michael Jordan of women's basketball. If you watch that game, it's evident she's the best player on the court. Her step backs, her three-point, her mid-range game, her handles, everything just says she's the best player on the court. Now, let's say Paige is entering the draft this next draft, 2025. Caitlin Clark fans are afraid that when Paige enters this draft, once she's in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark is going to be obsolete. If many haven't been following women's basketball for a while, or you just started when you saw Caitlin Clark play, maybe for the Indiana Fever, Paige Bueckers was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. Paige Bueckers was touted to be the #1 pick in the WNBA draft. She had an injury. Because of the injury, she sat out a season. The NCAA started promoting Caitlin Clark. And here we have Caitlin Clark fanfare. Now, Caitlin Clark fans want to come and say Caitlin is the best thing that ever happened. Let's listen to this guy.
The WNBA has gotten a big rise because of Caitlin Clark. Look, a whole lot of attention is on this league, and it's growing rapidly. And I think one big thing that any league, any sports league can capitalize off of is rivalry. Rivalry is a really big thing. If you think about the WNBA last year, look, every single game Caitlin Clark was a part of was doing over like 1 million watchers, right? But when Caitlin Clark were to play against Angel Reese, when you got to see that rivalry, where you got to see who is better, those games would spark. Those games would be the games that everybody was watching, because it's Caitlin and Angel. From those games comes a lot more watchers of the other games, like the games against the Washington Mystics or the games against the New York Liberty. Like, those are the centerpiece staple games that bring a whole lot of people to the actual sport. So rivalry is a really big thing in the WNBA. You need it if you want success. So if you want to capitalize off of all the buzz that Caitlin Clark is bringing to the WNBA, I say that she needs a really good rival. And look, I know Angel Reese has been the rival, but everybody knows now that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark aren't on the same level. Angel Reese just cannot keep up.
And there it is. The foolishness. I'm going to say it again. I've said it 1,000 times, and I'm going to say it 1,001 times. I'm sure there are many others who agree with me. I did not know about Caitlin Clark until Angel Reese beat her, LSU beat her, in a championship game in 2023. I was already following Angel Reese before Caitlin Clark ever came along. The only reason why I knew about Caitlin Clark is because of that game. It is a known fact, if you Google it, Caitlin didn't become popular until after that game. To say that all this growth in the W is because of Caitlin Clark is false. These Caitlin Clark fans are delusional. Later, he's going to make another crazy statement. They act like we never saw someone like Caitlin Clark before. Paige Becker was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. Sabrina Ionescu was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. I don't understand these people's rationale, how they come to these conclusions. Angel Reese plays a big part in the growth of the WNBA, even right now. No one's talking about Caitlin Clark until after this Times Athlete of the Year award, because she made a statement about standing for her black peers, for the black athletes that are in her league. If it wasn't for that, Caitlin wouldn't have had any mention. But we've been hearing about the Barbie, Miss Angel Reese, the whole off season. We hear about her on the Reese's Puff cereal boxes. We hear about the deals she's making with Reeboks, Cash App, all these different business deals that she's making. Modeling, supermodeling, showing up at all these events, rubbing elbows with celebrities and different things. The only thing we know about Caitlin Clark, she was playing golf, and I didn't watch Caitlin Clark playing golf. I'm not interested. I'm an Angel Reese fan. I came to the W because of Angel Reese. I used to watch back in the day when Cheryl Swoop, Teresa Weatherspoon, Cynthia Coop, when they were playing. I'm from New York, so New York was my favorite team, but I liked Houston because they was winning the championship. Swoop says she's the MJ of the WNBA. That's the fourth time. But I lost interest in it, but Angel Reese brought me back to the W. It's not because of Caitlin Clark. So I don't know how these people come to these conclusions.
Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark aren't on the same level. Angel Reese just cannot keep up, and their games aren't as exciting because, for one, Angel Reese is a power forward, and she doesn't do anything but get rebounds, and I'm not knocking that, but like that's not the excitement that you get when you watch Caitlin Clark.
And another thing, didn't Angel Reese and LSU beat Caitlin Clark in the championship game in 2023? Do I have selective amnesia? Are we forgetting that LSU won that championship? And that Angel Reese got the most outstanding player award in that tournament? She was the MVP of that tournament? To say she's not on Caitlin Clark level. She was the number 7 pick in the last draft, 2024 draft. She was the runner-up for the Rookie of the Year. Many of us think she should have won the Rookie of the Year because of her impact on her team, all the double-doubles that she collected, the defense she was playing on top-notch power forwards. When she faced up against future Hall of Famer, former MVPs, the MVPs, current MVPs, she kept them below their percentage. Agent Wilson even said, I don't want to deal with Angel Reese. So to say she's not on Caitlin Clark's level. Caitlin Clark was the one whining all year. You fans were saying she was being assaulted when she was just getting regular fouled. Angel Reese beat her for a championship. Waved a hand in her face, you can't see me. She can't see her because she doesn't have any championships. Caitlin has never won anything. She's been given all these awards and she's never won anything. She broke records. Yeah, she broke records. The turnover record. These people are living in an alternative reality. I don't understand these people. We've seen Caitlin Clark before. Angel Reese is going to show y'all something next year.
But like that's not the excitement that you get when you watch Caitlin Clark. So most of the performances are lopsided because like the fans are oohing and ahhing for what Caitlin Clark is doing. No one's oohing and ahhing from like rebounds. Not to say that she's a bad player. It's just not exciting. It's not a great rivalry for someone who is so exciting.
False.
I don't know if Paige Beckers is going to be able to be that Caitlin Clark rival in the now. Who is it going to be? Because Caitlin Clark is already the best point guard in the league, right? And I think a whole lot of people look at JuJu Watkins. A whole lot of people are saying that JuJu Watkins is going to be like the Michael Jordan of women's basketball. A whole lot of rumors spreading around. Do I believe any of that? Not really. I don't think her game is going to translate the way Caitlin Clark's game translated, but I do think she can be a rival because she has that killer instinct that a whole lot of players don't have. And really, you just need a player that's going to play the same position as Caitlin Clark that can just give her buckets. You don't have to be as good as your rival. You just have to be able to give that person buckets. I don't know if any player coming into the WNBA in the next like 10 to 20 years will ever be able to do what Caitlin Clark just did because like no one else has done it in WNBA history, right? And she broke all those records. But you don't have to break all those records to be a rival. You just got to be someone that can go at Caitlyn. Like, make it interesting. And look, I think Caitlyn Clark is so good right now that you really don't have anyone that is going to make it interesting in the WNBA. Like, right now, her main rival is, like, A'ja Wilson. We need a young player, someone in her, like, class of age who can come in, and just do some fun stuff on the court. Like, make it interesting, make it fun. It's not going to be Angel Reese, Caitlyn Clark forever.
This guy says no one is going to be able to do what Caitlyn Clark has done in the next 10 years. This is weird. So forget all the people that came before Caitlyn Clark. No one has ever done this, and no one is going to do it. Forget the Cheryl Swoops, like I mentioned. Forget the Jewel Lloyds. Forget the Sabrina Ionescu's. Forget the Courtney Williams. Forget all these players that came before Caitlyn Clark. Even Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter is better than Caitlyn right now. Caitlyn has no left hand. If you check the highlights, you can't find Caitlyn shooting the left hand layup. Caitlyn doesn't have a bag. She's working on a bag now. I did a video about it. She's working with Stephanie White to get a bag, but you never see Caitlyn go off the, hezzy or spin, go with the left hand. All she does is shoot threes. That's what Kennedy Carter said. All she does is shoot threes. She shoots logo threes. It's a terrible shot. And you guys are praising her like she's the best thing that ever hit the earth or the basketball court. A prime Cheryl Swoop would whoop Caitlyn Clark. One-on-one right now. Angel Reese, Caitlyn Clark, one-on-one right now. Angel would give Caitlyn the business. Angel has been beating her ever since high school, people. AAU. The first time Caitlyn beat her was in the Elite Eight. You guys are crazy, man. This girl has never won anything. She hasn't never won a high school championship. But you got her propped up like she's the best thing that ever happened. Now you want to compare it to JuJu, who's gonna be a problem. She's a problem right now in college. Nobody could hold her in college. She's throwing up 50-point games, man. Let's be real. Caitlyn, she had someone else on her team. Was helping her carry the team. Kelsey Mitchell, let's not forget. When you see those games when Caitlyn had 20-something points or whatever, you better look right by her, because if Caitlyn had 25, Kelsey had 29. You people are crazy. You're delusional. You think the WNBA and the whole world evolves around Miss Caitlyn Clark. I don't dislike Caitlyn Clark. I dislike her fans. I'm not impressed with Caitlyn Clark. I haven't seen anything that makes me go, wow. Like he said, nothing about Angel Reese makes me go, wow. Yeah, there's something. I've never seen no dog like that get out there and talking it and backing it. Come on, man. Caitlyn, you came fine where Caitlyn took a big shot in the game. There was a game, I think it was against Dallas. A few seconds left. She fumbled the ball. She turned it over. Lost the game. Nobody talks about that. Come on, man. You see the impact Angel had on her team. When she was injured, they missed the playoffs. So I don't understand what kind of reality they live in. They're not grounded in reality here. They're not basing their arguments on what's really happening. Let me know what you think in the comments. Share, subscribe to this channel, like the video, and I'll see you on the next Barbershop Talk. Let's go.